Hello, welcome to Yoga with Rach. I'm Rach, thank you so much for joining me. We're in our last practice for Gemini and we're going to have a little go with a slow but fluid practice. So Gemini are our air signs, they're the first air signs in the zodiac, and we want to sort of find that energy and enthusiasm that kids have where they just won't stop. But sometimes we want to find some slow, fluid movement. We're moving towards the third quarter moon. We're starting to slow down. We haven't necessarily got the energy we had last week for full moon, but we still want to move. We want to honour that movement. It's not like an earth sign where we feel very grounded. We want to find that fluidity and honour that balance of our air. But as I've said to my students, the air doesn't always have to be this hurricane or tornado coming in and just making their mark and then moving on. It can be that lovely, cool, gentle breeze, and we always want to find that essence in our practice today. So we're going to have a little gentle mandala practice. Mandala just means circle, which means you're creating a circle on your mat. So you'll be facing the top of your mat. We're going to go round to face the back of our mat, and then come back round to face the front of the mat. So we'll be starting right side, facing the front of the mat. We'll then face the back of the mat, complete the right side to come back round to the front of the mat, and then do the circle again in the opposite direction with the left side. So for one round, for one full mandala, you'll work the right side twice and then the left side twice. So make sure you really be aware of listening to checking in, because there might be points where you're facing away from me, that I'll be saying right side or left side. Hopefully I'll be right. There's 50-50 chance that I will be. But go with the flow with this one, because we're going to do 3 rounds. We're going to find the basic sequence starting at the top of the mat. Second round, we're then going to find the mandala, and the third round you've got an optional extra of an additional pose if you wish to do it. Make sure your mind is not what's telling you to not do it. Listen to what's going on into your body. At the same time, make sure it's not your mind saying, just do it, have a go, push yourself. That's fine if you've got a little bit of an injury. No, it's not. If you know your body's saying, ooh, don't do that, then honour what your body's telling you in this practice. Your mind doesn't have to try and force you to come out of a pose, because your mind will give up so much quicker than your body will. But at the same time, don't let your mind force you if your body's saying no. So find your way into downward facing dog. So spread the fingertips nice and wide, push through the palms, back of the knuckles, the fingertips tuck under the toes, draw the shoulders back, push the tailbone high. Find a little bit of a movement in your practice. Just be mindful if you have got anything that's very close to your mat, so you don't want to be kicking or headbutting the wall. Moving nice and slowly with your breath. Inhale, right leg lifts, down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward and place that right foot in between the hands. If it lands behind, grab the ankle or the thigh, the calf muscle, and step the foot in between the hands. So we're going to lift up into warrior one, but take your time getting there. There's no need to rush. So look through at your left foot, and if you try and push your heel down, it's not going to happen. So we need to step the left foot closer to the middle of the mat to push the heel down. If we still can't, then step it closer to your right foot so you can push the heel down. The toes are pointing to the top left corner of your mat. Push through the feet to lift up. We don't have to rush into the pose. We're going to step our left foot back just enough so we can start to go more into that lunge, keeping your right knee over your ankle and the hips facing forward. Now we can raise the arms forward and up. So you're rooting down into the feet, find your balance, and then we're rising up into the arms. Imagining someone's lifting you up without pulling or drawing the shoulders up. Focusing on the breath. On your next exhale, bring the hands down. Frame your right foot, so the hands at either side of your foot. Look through to your left foot and lift the heel and wiggle the foot back. And step or slide the right foot back into plank. Lower the knees if you need to. You're welcome to keep them lifted. As you exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the chin, engage the glutes, cobra. Exhale, lower, tucking under the toes. Inhale, push up into your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, focusing on the breath. Inhale, left leg lifts, down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward, step or place your left foot in between the hands. Look through to your right foot, step your foot closer to the middle or to your left foot, just enough so you can push the heel down. Lift up, find your balance first before you raise your arms up. So if you need to, step your foot back once you lift up. Find your balance, Check in that you're not turning the toes out too much to the side. Bend that left knee, hips are facing forward. Now as we're reaching down through the feet, we can rise up with the arms. Focus on the breath. On your next exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, lift your right heel, wiggle the foot back, and set the left foot back into plank. Again, lower the knees if you need to, or keep them high this time. Exhale, lower, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift into your cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck under the toes. Lift up into your plank and exhale, downward dog. So now we've found the basics of our flow. We're going to turn that into a mandala. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, pull the knee into the belly and place the right foot in between the hands. Give it a nudge if you need to. Place your left foot into the mat, slowly lifting up. Find your warrior one. So adjust the feet, bend the knee, hips are forward, raise up through the arms, focusing on the breath. You might lift the chin, you might look forward. Wherever feels comfortable in the neck and the shoulders. So this time as you exhale, bring the hands down together to the inside of your right foot. We're going to walk the hands all the way around towards the left foot. Turn the feet as you go. So you're now in your lunge, facing the back of the mat. So the left knee is bent. Gently lift the right heel with the foot back and step your left foot back into plank. Knees can stay high or lower the knees. Exhale, lower, all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift into your cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up into your plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. So we're halfway through our mandala on the right side. So we've got to continue the right side. Inhale, right leg lifts, down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly. Pull the shoulders forward, place your right foot in between the hands. We're going to step the left heel down onto the mat, lift up. Find your balance first. Adjust your left foot, bend into the right knee. Now you can rise up with the arms, focusing on the breath. So you're going to find that mandala again. Bring the hands down together to the inside of your right foot. Walk the hands around, turn the feet as you go. So you're over the left leg now, but you're facing the front of the mat again. Step your left foot back. Knees can stay high or lower the knees. Exhale, lower. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up into your plank. And exhale, downward dog. So we know our mandala now. We're going to do that on the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts, down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly. Pull the shoulders forward. Place or step your left foot in between the hands. Take your time. Place your right heel down first. Then lift up. Then adjust the legs if you need to. Bend the left knee. Hips are facing forward. Sweep the arms up. Finding our mandala as we exhale, bring the hands down together to the inside of your left foot. Slowly we can walk round, hand the feet as you go. Facing the back of the mat, right knee is bent and step the right foot back. Lower the knees and keep the knees high. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, untuck your toes, lift the chin, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Halfway through our mandala, so we're going to complete this on the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts, down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward, place your left foot in between the hands. Focus on that right heel first, then we can lift up, adjusting your balance, adjusting the feet before we raise the arms up. And remember, we're going to complete that mandala. So as you exhale, bring the hands down. Slowly walk all the way around. So you're now facing the front of the mat. We're over the right foot. Set the right foot back into plank. Knees high or low. Exhale, lower. Inhale, untuck the toes. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale. push up into plank, and exhale, downward facing dog. Focusing on the breath. So we're going to do that one more time, and you've got the option of adding on Skandasana. So be mindful that you can see the screen for the first round. So listen to your body. If you do not wish to practice Skandasana, there are two different options, or you can go straight into the lunge, which we did in the first round. Inhale, right leg lifts, down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward, place your right foot in between the hands. Place that left heel down first, find your balance, warrior one. Maybe the arms start to float up because you're starting to find that balance. Focusing on the breath. Next, exhale, bring the hands down to the inside of your right foot. Go straight to your lunge, or for Skandasana, keep your right toes facing the top of your mat. Turn the left toes to face the left side. As you walk to your left foot, straighten your right leg and bend your left knee. So if your hips, your hip flexors and your hamstrings are tight, you can stay here. Or we might be able to sit down, drawing the tailbone towards the left heel, lifting the right toes up. Don't worry if your left heel is lifted. Maybe you need to have the hands on the mat, one in front of you, one behind you. We might be able to bring the hands into Namaste, or open the arms wide, just drawing circles with the hands, releasing the wrists. Bring the hands to the back of the mat, lift the hips, turn the feet, lunge, and set the left foot back into plank. Lower the knees, or keep the knees high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, into your cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Last one on the right side. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the bend. Pull the shoulders forward, place the right foot in between the hands. Focus on your left heel first. Make sure that's pushing through the mat as we lift up. Then we can adjust the feet. Find your balance, raise the arms up. Last warrior one on the right side. So your choice, as you exhale, bring the hands down. Either go straight into lunge facing the front of the mat, or try Skandasana again, last time on this side. Keep the right toes facing the back of your mat. Turn the left toes to face what's now the left side of your mat. Walk around, straighten your right leg, bend your left knee. Hips can stay high, or sit the tailbone down as you let the right toes lift. Maybe the left heel lifts, maybe it stays on the mat. Hands might be on the mat supporting you. Maybe we can open the arms up nice and wide, drawing circles. So Skandasana is our side lunge with a bit of a balance. Bringing the hands to the top of the mat, lift the hips, turn the feet, lunge over the left leg, stepping back into plank, lower the knees or keep them high. Exhale, we lower. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we know where we're going. We found the mandala with the add-on once, so we're going to do that on the left side and then move into child's pose or puppy pose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward, place your left foot in between the hands. Focus on your right heel, make sure that's on the mat first, lifting up. Adjust the feet, check in with your balance before you rise up through the arms, focusing on the breath. And remember, you don't have to practice your Skandasana today. You can go into the lunge, facing the back of the mat over your right leg, or exhale, bring the hands down to the inside of your left foot. Keep the left toes facing the top of the mat, turn the right toes to the right long edge, walk to your right foot. Bend the right knee and straighten the left leg. Stay high, or sit your tailbone down towards the heel. Heel may lift as the toes of the left leg lift, perfectly fine. Support your body if you need to with the hands in front or behind you, or you might have a go with lifting the arms up. Ooh. Bring the hands to the back of the mat, lift the hips, turn around with the feet, step the right foot back into plank, lower the knees or keep them high. Exhale, lower. cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up into your plank. Exhale, downward dog. Last round on the left side, and then child's pose or puppy pose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee into the belly. Pull the shoulders forward, placing your left foot in between the hands. Focus on what the right heel is doing first. Then we lift up, adjust the feet, raise the arms up. Breathe. Checking in, does your body want you to do Skandasana or go into the lunge? Exhale, bring the hands down. If you're going into Skandasana, last time, left toes face the back of the mat. Turn the right toes to the right long edge. As you walk to the right foot, bend the right knee and straighten the left leg. Staying here, or sit the tailbone down towards your right heel, and the left toes will start to lift. Don't worry if the heel lifts, maybe we can lift the arms up. Focus on the breath, find your balance, just steadily moving the arms. Bringing the hands down to the front of the mat, step your right foot back. Last chaturanga, knees high or low, exhale. Inhale, lift into your cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up into your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, just for a breath or two. When you're ready, lower down, your choice. Child's pose or into puppy pose. And you're welcome to stay in your resting pose of choice for as long as you need to. If you enjoyed this practice, do give me a thumbs up. Do leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you've got on with your Gemini practice, or are you looking forward to next week when we move into our Cancer water fluid sign. So let me know. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It just helps to show your support of my YouTube channel, which is free, will still continue to be free. And if you would like to have a go with any other practices that I've linked in with Gemini, I'll pop a couple of links in here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you next week for a completely new series. Namaste.